Alright, what is up, guys? So this is the first video in my veterans playlist, which is pretty much going to be a playlist of me transitioning from Navy to civilian life. And today this video is going to be about like my VA experience so far, kind of what I wish I knew before, because one thing that people don't really realize is a lot of people have advice and a lot of people have like all these things like, oh, you can do this once you get out, you can do that. And a lot of it is true. But those are the same people that also never got out of the military and they don't know the process of how to do it, how it works, any of that stuff. They just know that's possible. So this is going to kind of give a timeline / guideline of what I've had to deal with so far and what I'm still dealing with, 3-4 months out of the military. And I'm also going to have some advice at the end that could possibly help your process go quicker, or at least make everything more understandable and easier to take in. Alright, so quick story time, right? I got out of the military in July, school starts in August, and I didn't want to miss the fall semester. So I applied for my GI Bill benefits since I have full GI Bill, and I started my VA like health process and all that stuff. My GI benefits supposedly activated when school started. They paid for my classes, all that stuff, but I realized I didn't get paid the first month of school. So I had to call the VA. For some reason, my pay didn't start on time because like I split my semester in half, so I'm taking sped up classes, and those classes count as double, supposedly, right? And when I called them, they said because one of my classes start at the beginning and the other one starts like in the middle of the semester and all this stuff, they started my pay late because I'm not a full-time student. So I had to go to my school. My school explained that yes, I am a full-time student because I am taking a full semester's course load, and although I'm taking half and half, my classes should count as double because they require more time and effort because they're sped up classes. So I went back to the VA, explained that. They did an audit for me. 3 weeks later, audit is denied. They said there's no issue. Go back to the school, talk to them a little bit. They contact the VA. I have the VA do an expedited audit. The guy realized what the issue is. He does it, still doesn't go through, have to go back to the school again, and they contacted the VA. I'm currently waiting for like another audit or appeal or whatever because I am like a month behind on pay, and they are saying that I am not full-time, or they're not even saying that I'm half-time enrolled right now, which is crazy, and I am not receiving my full benefits. So that's one thing that I've had to deal with, and it has been really complicated because if you call at the beginning of the month, a lot of other people are having issues with their pay, so they take forever to pick up, and it's just an annoying process. So I would advise for that, if you're going to call the VA, especially the education line, to call in the middle of the month, because the beginning and the end of the month is when they experience the most issues. And I personally, next semester, I am not taking half and half classes because I do not want any confusion. I don't want to have to deal with all this stuff again. And I was told that everything would be a smooth process. And on the school end, everything makes sense. They submitted everything correctly. On the VA end, there's some type of disconnect. So right now I'm like, I got paid for this month, but they still have not paid me for last month, and they're still processing if they're even going to pay me for last month. And that is a big impact on like your lifestyle, especially if you're a full-time student and you're not working and you're just living off of your BH benefits, which is what I'm doing right now. The other thing that I've experienced so far with the VA, with the VA Health and all this other stuff. So if you do VA Health online, like they tell you to, when you do your TAPS classes and stuff like that, you cannot actually register through the online process. You have to go to a regional office, turn in your DD-214, and have them enroll you, and then they set up an appointment for you to meet your primary care doctor. So it took me 2.5 months to get VA Health because I kept trying to do it online and it didn't work. And then when I went to the regional office, they gave me an appointment 3 weeks out. And with that, I also was doing my disability claim, which since I didn't do it before I got out, I'm scheduled with all these different hospitals around the city, running around, and they give you like maybe a week notice or sometimes less, to be honest, to get to your appointment. If you miss an appointment, that affects your claim. And they don't tell you any status updates or what's going on. You just have this tracker on the website that doesn't really have much detail. So I still don't even know what's going on with the claim. but at least I finally have my healthcare set up after going to the regional office, actually talking to somebody, actually getting a care provider. And I would say that was like the biggest thing. So that's pretty much a summary of the last 3-4 months of me dealing with the VA for my disability and for like my healthcare and for my school. Also, you have to switch your life insurance to the veteran life insurance, which you do not do through the health coverage. You have to do that separately, which is a whole nother process in itself, which I'm working on right now. But I would say the biggest thing that has helped me at least get this far, or kind of now I'm like more at a, okay, everything's processing and I'm more comfortable, is I found somebody in the regional office that is very good at explaining things and getting back to me. So now I have direct communication with her, and she has given me phone numbers to call. She's like checked things for me. She's given me like step-by-step ways to do everything. So I would advise, before you even get out, contact your regional office and already see if you could find somebody to either be there for you to like walk you through these steps, or at least know where your regional office is. So when you get out, you could go with your DD-214, do your healthcare, do whatever, get mental health counseling, all that stuff, and have them assign somebody to you, because they're not just going to assign somebody to you. They're not just going to tell you all these things. You're going to have to actually go and get it, because you can't do everything online the way that it is explained to you, at least in TAPS classes and other stuff. So it makes the process a little bit more annoying and tedious, and you feel like you're constantly doing research and trying to figure out how, when going to a regional office solves half your issues alone. So I haven't made a video in a while, and it is because of all this VA stuff that I've been dealing with and transitioning and moving around and all this stuff. But I am planning to put out a lot more content and continue documenting my journey and putting out what I learned that I have not really seen online, because some of this stuff people don't really post unless you go on Reddit and do all this research. So I will continue uploading and posting. So like, comment, subscribe for more, and let me know if you are a veteran what your experience was like, and if you have any tips for anybody that watches this video and goes through the comments.